Alright, so welcome back to the graphing of a log function. You could use Desmos to show the graph. I'm going to do this kind of the long way, and I'm going to start by putting in the parent function of this graph, and then I'm going to translate it as each of these parameters tell me to change it. So to start with, I'm going to start by doing the log of x. So right here, I'm going to do a table for f of x equals log of x, or the parent function. So the table of this, and I'm literally going to get this off of my calculator just by typing this in. So I have a table right here, x and y, okay, right here. And I can see that if I pull this table up, anything below 0 becomes an error in my calculator, okay? So anything after that's going to be 1, 0, and I'm going to try to pull some more whole points out of here. It is a little hard when it comes to logs, but the next one's going to be 10, 1, the one after that is going to be a little bit big. Next one's going to be 102, okay. So these are pretty big, right? Alright, so if I'm going to put this on here, I'm going to go, I'm going to use these as little 10s. So you know 10, 20, 30, 40, that's 4, 10. But I'm going to count these as just 1s, 2, and so forth. You get different colors so you can see the points a little better. So if I go 1, I go over 1, up 0. The first point's going to be right here. Okay, and the next one's going to be 10, 1, so it'll be right here. Okay, and the next one is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and up to 2. So it's going to be right here. Okay, and this is going to be my parent function. Just like that. And that goes on forever and ever. However, right here does not. This is the starting point. Great. Now let's talk about each of these translations and how they change this factor. Okay. So the first one I'm going to look at is this right here, which is the h. That means my entire thing is going to be moved over 2, right? So this one is going to change to 2, 0. This is going to change to 12, 1. And this one's going to change to 102, 2. Now the next translation I'm going to make is my k, and that's going to move each of these points up 1. So I'm going to have, so each of my y coordinates are going to go up by 1. So now I have 2, 1, I have 12, 2, and I have 102, 3. Now, the last one I'm going to do here is going to be the translation of a, and a is going to multiply all of my y points by 2. Okay, so these points by 2. So now I'm going to have 2, 2, 12, 4, and 102, 9. Okay, and so that's going to do right here. So now we're going to do 2, 2, right? So 2, 2. It's still just going to be a little further up. Still counting by 10s. And then we're going to go 12, 2, right? So 12, 2 right here. And then the last one's going to be 102, 9. So here we go. 102 will just be a little bit off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll be way up here. Alright, so now here is my new translated one. And this goes on forever and ever here. Alright, now we're going to use just this graph right here. We're going to do all of these things down here. Okay, so the shape of my graph, well, this is a log function, therefore this is a log. Okay. Is there a line of symmetry? Is there a point I could flip over this and it be exactly the same? Absolutely not. That does not apply. Okay. Directions of opening. Well, you guys, it doesn't open anywhere. It's not a parabola. That would be weird. All right, where is it increasing? Well, let's see. If I follow this along from left to right, I can see that it's always increasing, right? It's always increasing. So this one is going to be increasing from the x coordinate right here. The x coordinate right here, because we read everything on the x except for range, to infinity, right? So close bracket, because it is included, to infinity. Okay, is it ever decreasing? Is there any point, like if I'm following this from left to right, is there any point where it actually goes down? No, it doesn't, right? So we're going to write NA. All right, y-intercept. Well, I can visually look at this and tell you it will never cross the y-axis. Not once will it cross that y-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and say NA. All right, domain. All right, well, the domain starts right here at 2. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. Starts at 2, and it goes on, oh, and this is included back there. And it goes on forever and ever, okay? I missed x-intercept right here, but I'm going to do the same thing I looked at y, right? I don't ever see it crossing this. Now, in the parent function, it hit it right there at 0, but in the transform function, it starts at 2, 2, guys, so it doesn't, so there isn't one. All right, and the other thing that we're missing down here that you can't really see is range, so I'm going to put range right here. And range, that one weird one that is red on y. Well, let's see, where does it start? Well, it starts right here. Get another color so it's easier to see. I think we did that color. Okay, it starts right here, right? And it's going to go up forever and ever. That's what this arrow tells me. So the range here is going to be 2, infinity. And I know you see the range and domain are the same here. It won't always be that way. It just worked out in this case that it would be that way. So there you go. That is graphing a log function.